33 to 34 years.
Okay.
Camp Courageous is unique from the standpoint that it's the only year-round recreational respite care facility for people with special needs run entirely on donations. So it's the only one like that in the United States. What's fun about the job is every day is totally different. So you might be dealing with a camper situation, you might be dealing with a counselor situation, you might be working on building a new lake, a new building. I really enjoy the aspect of growing the facility and spreading the word so that more campers come out here and that more people can be involved in it. I'm always for having a project on the drawing board.
Yeah.
So there's always something going on, which is nice to be a part of something like that. And so right now we're just working on the lake, which will be next door. And so the campers will be able to kind of get on the train or walk over to the lake and do canoeing and fishing and things like that. And then we'll be building a pavilion. You kind of see the the campers skating, and then the big building behind it will be the pavilion. So those are two pretty big projects that will be going on in the next couple of years. It's really like a family out here, whether or not it's the staff and the campers and everybody else. And so, if you're ever in a bad situation, you need help with something, you've got all these people that are there to help you. So I think it's kind of an aspect of the camp as far as the friendships that you make. I think it's been really, really key. But considering it's 33 or 34 years, it's hard to pinpoint one particular experience. Say, for example, you live in Monticello, Iowa, you have muscular dystrophy. You're the only kid in town out of 4,000 people that has muscular dystrophy. So you're always isolated, totally isolated in things. And so when that person comes to camp, all of a sudden there's 100 other kids with muscular dystrophy. So as much as there is, the tree climbing and the ropes courses and the gym, the pool and all those activities, great activities, but also you get the opportunity to socialize with 100 other people that are in the same shoes that you're in. And I think that's as important as anything, because a lot of times it's the sharing back and forth of your situations, the experiences, and the friendships that are made there. We don't encourage this, but we even had one older camper who was a muscular dystrophy camper that Camp Courageous was such a huge part of his life. He actually had a tattoo of Camp Courageous.
During Physical Disability Week, I had a group of older ladies. They were all in chairs. They were not able to walk on their own or stand on their own. And we have campouts every week, and they usually, if they had gone anywhere else, maybe they would have opted out of camping out. But we disassembled and lugged out hospital beds for all of them outside, and they camped out for the first time. And the next morning, they didn't really want to because they didn't really know how it was, but they're like, we'll give it a try. And then the next morning they're just overjoyed because they got to have an experience that, they haven't been able to have before. So.
I guess one thing for myself, I really like to empower the different campers and just seeing how they interact with one another and everyone, I think. And it's just a joy to just, because they're so funny. Like, I don't think I could be even funny in that, but I love them, so.
To expose it to people who are closed-minded about people with special needs and camps for people with special needs, because even when I go home, I'm from Atlanta, even when I go home and talk to some people about it, and I'm sharing them my experience, they still have a strong disconnect to what's really going on. They can't really grasp it or understand what's going on. And even extending the invitation, come and volunteer a week or whatever, they still aren't as receptive to it as they should be. And because I have a brother with special needs, it hits home a little bit closer than just a job for me. Because I see in public the way people look at him and respond to him when he has a behavior or something's happening, or if he's just being himself and it's not considered normal. I see how people respond to that. So I wish there was some way society could see what we do and what happens and the experiences and the laughs and the joys that we get and the joys that the campers experience as well.